Today's topic, we are looking into SQL databases. What is databases first? So before that, we may need to understand what exactly is database management system is. So database management system is nothing but a software which helps you to manage, manipulate structured data. And some popular examples are MySQL and PostgreSQL. So let's go jump to the screen and let's create our first database.
So guys, we are in our MySQL workbench now. So we had a video previously done on how to install your MySQL workbench to your Mac as well as your Windows machine. You can find that in the description. So if you're not at you're to install that video will help you to install MySQL to your machines. So now let's start. Today's thing we are going to do is we are going to create database. So let's log in first. You need to provide the password which you have used to, while installing MySQL to your machine. That done, click enter, you're logging in. Now you have two methods to create databases in your SQL. So one in MySQL, the option is you have a UI option here where you have a database symbol with a plus button here. You can click on that and you can create. Another one is writing the SQL query directly to your SQL query editor. So I always, when it comes to real time, we will be preferring writing SQL queries, but we will also look into this option of clicking and creating a database. So for that, let's go here. Click on this particular icon with the database and plus symbol. Click here. So it gives you a. It asks you to create a schema. Schema is nothing but the database itself. So let's name that as my first DB, my first database. Come here, click on this apply. Okay, it says that it is already exist. So maybe okay. Let's make it my DB1. Okay, so click here. So it comes here. So it shows the correct exact SQL query which is going to run behind the scene. Once you click apply again, it's going to show the successful message. Once you're done with that, close this, go here to the schemas, refresh, and you can see the first DB, my first DB1 here. That done, let's see how we are going to do this without using UI. So let's go. Let's click on the simple to create a new query editor. So as we all know, like in SQL commands are very easy to understand. Mostly it will have an action to be performed initially. That action here we are going to have is create, because we are going to create a database, followed by a what is that item that we are going to create. So we need a database. After that, we need to specify a name for that. So for that, we will give my second DB. You have here to run, you can just select and you can press on this button, or else you have another option of the command enter on a Mac or a control enter on a Windows. So you can see the message that you have created the database. That's it. When databases are created, but you can't see this database here, right? Why? Just click on this refresh button. In case if you're not seeing, you will be able to see the databases here. So like creating, we will be also at times required, like sometimes we also need to drop the databases, right? Some databases we may have created for testing purpose, or we may have created and it is now outdated, and we need to delete that. Then we have an option called as drop. So we need to give the action first. My action is drop. After that, you need to provide which is that action going to drop, which is that item the action is going to drop, that is database. That said, you also need to give the name, right? So let's drop the second DB. Done that, Click on here, click this. The action is successful. In case you can run into some kind of failures, you see if you again trying to drop, you don't have a database, so it will throw you an error like you cannot find that database second DB there. So for all your action of your outputs will be shown here. So that's it. We can see that our second DB have been vanished from here. So let's drop my first DB also. So let's run that. We ran and the same is dropped. Let's drop the other one also. So we have dropped all the databases that we have created, and this is how you work with databases creation and drop. Now from next video we will create tables, we will insert some data initially, and we will read the data out of that, and slowly we will start to perform activities by updating tables. We are going to learn a lot, so make sure that you are subscribing the channel. We will make sure that we will be posting constant videos on this. We will be updating our content according to the requirements, and we will make sure that you have a perfect playlist as a data engineer to start with.